I may have just found the single greatest epic choir VST plugin that you will ever find for any genre of music that you might be making. If you want those epic sounding huge choirs, this is the plugin for you. Disclaimer, this is not a free plugin. This is a paid plugin, but as of right now, it is 50% off, and I will leave a link in the description for you to check it out. It's from Native Instruments, so they're extremely trustworthy, and they make really, really good stuff. So let's jump over into my current session. This is an orchestral piece that I've been writing the last couple of days, something that I would envision in a cool, like, dark fantasy video game or something like that, and I've been using this plugin all over it. So the plugin is Choir Omnia, and it is the Essentials version of Choir Omnia. So it's not the full Omnia plugin. It's like a simplified version of it that gives you the epic sound at a reduced cost, and even then it's on sale, so it's really worth the money. I'm telling you up front, it's worth the money. But I'm going to play a little bit of the piece that I have here, just to showcase to you kind of what I have going on, right? Just wait, it's epic. Just wait for it. So that's kind of the main theme of what I've got going on, and it's obviously a lot of choir work. And when I bring the theme back in the end of this piece that I have so far, I do some extra special things that it's going to showcase a little more of what you can do with this plugin. So the second time that theme comes around, there's a little more going on. So that is a very epic sounding choir. I've got a couple different parts. Excuse me, I'm still coming off of being sick. But as you can hear, there's phrases in there. So this has a phrase creator built into the plugin. So let's just enough showcase and talk. Let's jump into the plugin itself. Okay, so now I've opened a new project so that I can run this super fast and clean. That project that I was working on is a bit slow with the number of tracks and effects that I have going on, so it'd be a little too slow to showcase on the video, but I'm going to walk through the plugin here with as much as I've discovered myself and show you some of the things that this can do. So when you open it up, you kind of open to the altos section on an ah, and essentially that's exactly what you think it sounds like. And then you have different vowels, as you can see here on the bottom left of Contact 8. You have your E vowel sound, or A. You've also got your E's, or I. You've got an for the mms. You've also got the O for all. You've got the U's. Ooh. And you've got that for bass, tenor, alto, and soprano. So you got all the different vowel voicings that you would want. You also have different sections that are lower here with words, because there is a sequencer aspect built into this plugin. So if I load up this altos nota, you can see down here it's set to a sequencer section, and you've got these different vowels here that have different note lengths for rhythmic timing, and you've also got these markings for how they get accented. So you've got sustain, marcato, staccato, and staccatissimo, and that changes how things are said and how they are played. So it's saying the words, and you can go into here and you can go to this edit section here and change everything. So the articulation can change from sustain, marcato, staccato, and staccatissimo you can also change the vowel of what they're saying. And you've got a long list of different vowels that can be said here. And along with that, you can change the duration of how long the note's played. So you can essentially create any rhythm you can think of within like a 2-bar or 2 beat section. And so when you play it, and you got words, and you can change it to whatever rhythm you want, any words that are in Latin that they have here that you want, and you can change the articulation of how they are being said. So like, if I went over down to tar here at the end, and I wanted it to be a whole note instead, and I wanted it to be staccato, right? And it just holds it. And that is something that just blows my mind, because I've never had a choir plugin that does this. There's a lot to this and a lot of cool things that you can do. Yes, it's Latin, so you're not saying words in English in like full sentences or anything. But when you have an epic choir, you want that Latin language in a sense, or this might be Italian. I think this is Latin. I took Latin in college. I'm pretty sure this is Latin, okay? And it just makes it sound more epic, because people go, ooh, what are they saying? And it's Latin. For metal, if you're a metalhead and stuff, you like the dark stuff, Latin's cool, okay? So it's got all these aspects that you can change and create any kind of sequence that you can think of. And I think that's really, really cool. And you can also change the like expression of each one if you want as too. Like it's kind of like volume, but not really. If I go over here to the keys where you're switching between the sequencer and the keys here, there's a button here that's at the top here. Not really a button, sorry, but it's more like an expression level. So if I have it here and I'm holding a C minor and I drag it down, I guess it is like your volume, right? So it's like piano. Yeah, like a forte, fortissimo, right? You can get real loud, right? Or real quiet. So that part is really cool as well. And you can just so if you've got a nice MIDI keyboard with a lot of like knobs and wheels and stuff that you can modulate with and express the notes that you're playing, you can do a lot with these voices and have like a riser type of voice playing in part of your song, like and do all sorts of different things. And on top of that, if you want to do that with the sequencer, you can also do that. There's so many aspects that you can change here. I mean, I could go in crazy depth with everything that you can change here. So you can change the volume, you can change the notes here that are being said. There's all sorts of different things that you can adjust and customize and make into your epic choir, however you want to do it. And yes, you got to go into it doing that, but I mean, it's worth it, right? You paid money for it if you have the plugin, and you want to be able to do all this cool stuff. There's even these forgotten icon sections, right? It's not called that, but that's what this preset is called. And when it calls it up, it's got different things that it's already set up for, right? It's just like different. And that's in the basses, right? And it's already there, so you don't even need to make your own. There's all these presets here that you can use. And if you want to go between different stuff, you've got this section here that's legato, and you can go into all the different sections here, or regular, and you have all your different sections here if you only want to look for specific levels of what voice type you're looking for. And you can favorite them and star them, all that fun stuff with Contact. And even more so, you can go up into here with a tools section, which I think is part of Contact now, and you've got a chords section that you can load into all of this as well. So you've got these chord things here. And I still haven't fully figured out this part of Contact or Omnia, whatever this is. I think it's Contact and Omnia together. It's like a mix. Like, I don't know. I'm still learning Contact 8 with this as well because I had to download it to get this plugin in the first place. So there's a lot of things here, but obviously these are kind of built in for stuff. And like there's so many things. It's like option paralysis. So basically with the piece that you heard, what I stuck to for the most part is just like basic legato ahs, right? To make it easy, it's like the most free choir plugins. This is the kind of sound that you would get, right? That's the kind of thing you go for. And then every once in a while, like I did at the end of the song there, you can have the phrases and stuff. So then you go into all the different phrases and you can have them say something. I know I'm rambling a lot, but there's a lot to this plugin that you got to just kind of go in and explore and customize and see what you can do with it. So the other thing you also have is this phrases section, right? And this thing is really cool because it works with this, and you've got octaves and dynamics and tempos. You can swing it, randomize it, all sorts of different stuff here. And you can rotate this wheel, I think, and just change the rhythms and stuff like that. So essentially what this does is if I just hold this, it like has this whole pattern thing built into it. I don't even know what this is, right? Like this is like new to me. I don't know what. I don't know what it is. There's so many things to it. I mean, it's something, right? You can add some textures to your songs if you don't want to program any rhythms and specific things. Like there's all this stuff to this, and I don't know what's Contact anymore with being Contact 8, and I don't know what's this plugin. But obviously, if you have the plugin in Contact 8, you can do all of this stuff. So there are so many things to this plugin. Oh yeah, and you've got the effects section. Jesus, how could I forget that? You've got a stereo spread that you can actually change, okay? Let me just go back to the main thing here, and we'll take off the legato section and all that, and the chord sequencer thing here and all that. So, chord, right? Sounds like a choir, but you can change the spread and make it wider or mono, right? Set it up however you want. You also got different reverbs that you can load here, right? You got different reverbs for how you want it to sound. And you've also got a little bit of EQ you can mess with. So all sorts of stuff here. Like this plugin is chock full, and I would expect it to be for something that you pay money for. I think, you know, it's worth the money, and more people probably like you can do better things with this than I can, and I'm still learning it with Contact 8, as I've said for the 10th time in this video. But I'm extremely excited because I also, next to making metal, like making cinematic orchestral pieces of music and composing stuff. Not that I have any formal training or anything like that, but I find it really fun. And this is just one of those main pieces that I always look for to have an epic sound, an epic choir of some kind. Even in metal stuff, I want an epic choir on big choruses and stuff like that, and mix it in with my own voice. And this is just perfect for that. Money well spent. This is an amazing plugin. I don't even see the need for me to get like the full version of Choir Omnia. Like this is perfect. Like absolutely perfect. And I know this may not be the right thing for you because it costs money and stuff like that. And there's plenty of free plugins like Spitfire has Labs, which has a choir section in there. And some users have presets that you can also load into that are free. And those get by, and I've been using those forever. This is the first choir plugin that I've ever bought in my life. And I just think, especially when I spent money, and it takes a lot for me to spend money on a plugin, I think it's worth it. A lot of times I can kind of be like, I really hate that I spent money for this, but this is like 100% worth the money. 100% worth the full price? Maybe not. I got this for 50% off at the time that I got this a couple days ago, so hopefully it still is for you. But if you need an epic choir for hip-hop, rap, making beats with the sequencer and the chord thing and the weird circular radial pattern thing, it's there. Or if you need a big epic choir for like Argent metal, like Doom, and doing all sorts of stuff with that, or you're doing orchestral epic soundtracks, you've got this huge choir that you can use for everything, and I love a huge choir. So this plugin is amazing, in my opinion. You may not like it, but I love it. I'm rambling a lot about it because I like it so much. Link for it is down in the description. Doesn't do anything for me, but again, it's not free. It costs money, like $80 after tax. I think it's fully worth it if it's something you take seriously, music production. It's well worth it, because I don't think you're going to find another choir plugin that is nearly as good as this one. And if you do know of one, let me know down in the comments, and everybody else can check it out too. But this, I am so excited to write so many cool things with this, and you're going to be seeing a lot of it in a lot of the content that I create. So that's the video. If you have any more questions, let me know down in the comments. If you need even more in-depth once I learn this plugin and Contact 8 a little bit more, let me know. I can do further subsequent videos on this stuff. I'm just so excited to keep writing with it, and I'll stop talking your ear off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, the link is in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.